It's always stressful because we are always under time pressure. This time we won't have a lot of time until Christmas, where we will have to stop the machine. So, but it's very there is a lot of emotion in this game. It's not only work. It's not just job. It's not impersonal. It's something that touches a lot.
I think we have a lot to learn from the operation of today. Now we have to regain step by step the confidence in this machine, and this is the first very important step toward this regaining of confidence.
So after the tests we've just seen, the machine seems to be on track. When are you going to test the remaining sectors?
We hope to repeat more or less what we did last weekend in a couple of weeks with an additional sector, which will take the beam from point 8 to the beam dump, and that kind of is a very important element in the protection of the LHC, and it'd be good to get in there early to check that out.
Since these tests were performed, you've added more systems to protect the machine. Can you tell us more about this? Why do you need to protect the machine, and what are you protecting it against?
Well, we had a major disaster 19th of September last, and an awful lot of analysis went into understanding what happened and trying to make sure it never happens again. So this has involved the installation of a completely new, what we call quench protection system. This monitors the magnets and now very carefully the joints between the magnets, which is where the problem arrived. So this involves hundreds of kilometers of cabling, crates all around the ring, a lot of front-end electronics doing the monitoring. And so at the moment this is all installed now, and the teams are now in the process of debugging and commissioning that new system.
And what are the next steps to colliding beams?
And we've got a full program of measurements and tests to do at low energy. When that should take about a week or two. We'll provide some low energy collisions for the experiment, so they get to see tracks from proton-proton collisions in their detectors. We then tackle the ramp. So this is a very important stage, is taking the beam up from low energy, which is 450 GeV, up towards the high energy that we need to perform the real collisions in the LHC. So this is going to be a delicate process. So 450 GeV collisions, then we get up the ramp, single beam, very low intensities at first to check all the systems out, and then we take 2 beams up, and with a bit of luck we might be able to get first collisions at an energy above injection before Christmas.
Ambitious. We're now very close to the restart of the LHC. What's the mood like among the teams just before the start-up date?
I think it probably can be summed up in one word, which is stress. There's an awful lot to be sorted out first. I mean, the hardware commissioning team have got to get all the magnetic circuits ready. They've got to test this quench protection system very, very carefully. So these guys are under an awful lot of pressure to meet this November deadline. On our side, we've just had the first beam in the LHC again, and this has generated a lot of excitement. And it gives us a good feeling to see this happening again. But it also shows us that there's still an awful long way to go before we can, as I say, get through the collisions at 450 GeV into the ramp and up to high energy. And there's a kind of optimism and sort of excitement, but also a feeling of trepidation about just how much has to be done.
Yeah, indeed. And it's easy to imagine you're under pressure, and how do you cope with that stress?
I mean, certainly people working very, very hard over the weekend, and not much sleep was had this weekend. But it's a very good team. The baton's handed over from one to another. The shifts crews come in, and as I say, everyone as a team is working very, very hard to make this happen.
Yeah, it's a fantastic show of teamwork indeed. And first collisions will mark the beginning of a new era for particle physics. What's your personal feeling on this?
You have to step back from the immediate. We're really up against the coalface at the moment, and you lose sight of why we're doing this. You're addressing the problems as they arrive. But if you step back and look at this, look back at this is huge. It really is an important step. I mean, there's physicists around the world waiting for these results. The LHC will take us into new territory, and it's undoubtedly whatever we do find up there will be interesting. And it will have profound implications for our understanding of the universe.
Indeed. Well, thank you very much, Mike, and good luck for the restart of the LHC.
Thank you very much.